Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 9th. We're just going to jump right in here, Virgo. I'm going to throw cards all over the place, and that's going to be that. So let's see what is going on for you at this time, and that'll be that. I do feel like you're kind of like in a period of healing. You, of course, have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles to me is like your card. It kind of represents, it represents analysis, looking at things that you want to do in your life. I would definitely, it's a pretty good reading actually, but I would just be careful of anything that's been controlling you. You have the Devil and the Seven of Swords right here on top of each other. You actually have 3 sevens, so 777 could be an important number for you, Virgo. But I would also say that multiple sevens is a clue for me. It's a clue of internal fears that don't exist. So it can represent being controlled by your fears or needing to let go of certain fears. And that's kind of like what I feel for you here. But I would be very careful of any controlling people. So if you've dealt with a controlling person in the past, Mercury retrograde, people always come back from the past during retrogrades. I'd be careful of that energy. You start off with this regeneration card. And I just feel you have been doing a lot of regenerating with this energy. And you actually have this card, and you have the Queen of Wands here, and the Wheel of Fortune going this way. It's almost like your bottom row. It's kind of interesting how this reading is set up, Virgo. I'm not going to lie. It's almost like you could be under a lot of pressure right now. For some of you, maybe that's a challenge. For others, maybe it's not so challenging. It could be pressure in the sense that maybe you have a family to take care of and you want to start a business. Maybe you have a boss who's putting a lot of pressure on you, but you're also being compensated fairly, so it's like, you have enough money. I do feel that this is kind of weighing down this bottom row, if that makes sense. Like, this is all the pressure that you're experiencing at this time. I hope that makes sense. I feel that if you can push through the pressure, it's like you're going to come out a diamond. They say that, it takes a lot of pressure to turn coal into a diamond. And that's kind of like what I feel like is going on here. You're manifesting something great, but there is a lot of pressure here, is what I'm trying to say. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. This is all about belief, is what I would say to you. The Seven of Wands, I'll show you in a minute, but it's a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is for you, or knowing that you know that you can do something. And the Queen of Wands, all she has is belief. Normally, on a traditional tarot deck, on a traditional Rider-Waite deck, the Queen of Wands is the only Wands court card that does not have salamanders on her cloak. Salamanders represent protection from fire, and so kind of like protection from risk. She's the only one that has to do something that maybe nobody understands. She also has a black cat that is in front of her. During the time of the tarot, black cats were considered very unlucky, and but the point is, she doesn't care what anyone thinks about her cat, right? She's just going to take the risk anyway. She's going to do, basically represents kind of like doing something where maybe other people don't see the same thing that you see, but you're going to do it anyway. And I kind of feel that here because you have the Seven of Wands. Funny enough, he's got like a puma, or I don't know if that's a tiger. He's got some sort of cat tattoo right there, but it looks like a black cat. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. With the Seven of Wands, we can be very, very successful, but it's kind of like my card of irrational self-confidence. It's my card of, believing something so deeply, no matter what, that you're going to be successful, that you become successful because you believe it so deeply. And that's really the trick with the Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you know that there needs to be a change in your life at this time. Even if we go this way, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, internal fears don't exist, but kind of to the Wheel of Fortune, knowing that you need to make a change in some area of your life. Next, you have this Electric Eel card. I love this card. It says, bring your ideas to life. I feel you could be manifesting a lot of your ideas. You could be having a lot of ideas that just need a little bit of action, or that need to have action taken on them. So I feel it would be a great time for you to take action on ideas that you have. You have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess. Again, the Devil, I do feel for some of you, because of the retrograde, it could be a toxic person. I would be careful of anyone who has been controlling. I get a very controlling energy here. So if you've dealt with a person who tries to control you, or who tries to control certain things in a relationship, I would avoid that at all cost here, is what I would say to you. For others, I just feel like this is almost just Saturn. Again, the devil represents Saturn energy, and normally the devil is standing on the black box of Saturn as well. And to me, it kind of represents an energy of kind of just, the harsh father. Saturn is kind of like the harsh, strict father in astrology. Not necessarily a bad thing. Kind of teaches us boundaries, what we're capable of, teaches us to push past the point where we normally give up, gives us confidence if we experience it that way. And I kind of feel that for you here, where like a lot of the pressure here is coming from this devil energy. And, I feel there's like it's kind of like I see multiple paths that you have gone down in your life, and they've all led to, I feel like, difficult lessons. The Seven of Swords, number one, is, I feel, saying don't fear picking another new path. Again, if you've experienced these difficulties and challenges from choosing from multiple paths, I kind of get that feeling here. Sometimes I feel when we try too many different things, we become a little bit shy. We become a little bit nervous to try something new. And I feel like this is saying, well, that's the point of life, is to try something new. So don't fear trying something new. And also, High Priestess, trust your intuition. I feel like what you've learned is that you are very intuitive, that you can trust your intuition, that you can trust how you feel. And I feel like you've learned to listen as well, which is weird. I'm getting the word listen on this card here. That could be you listening to your own intuition, but it's not popping into my head like that. It's like, to me, it's like saying that you've learned to trust like words. This could be in like relationships. I always say like in relationships, I don't, to me, every single breakup I've ever been in my life, the person has told me exactly what is going to happen, like pretty much at the beginning of the relationship. We just don't listen, right? And I feel like this is true for everyone. It's like they tell us what's going to happen, but maybe we don't listen. Maybe we don't want to see it. And hey, who cares, right? I feel like, we're meant to experience relationships, so who cares if it was a mistake? You're meant to learn from these things. But again, if we really listen, I feel like we kind of know what's going to happen before it happens. The High Priestess, she normally has like the moon crown on her head. It represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of all situations. And I kind of feel that for you. But the whole point of that, by the way, with her, is that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of all situations. So it kind of like says, Seven of Wands. If you can imagine how something is going to go for you, like starting a business or doing whatever you're doing, if you can imagine it and create it in your imagination as you want it to be, beginning, middle, and end, and if you can develop a picture in your head that specific, you're going to be very successful. So the High Priestess to me also says we need to create our own reality through our imagination. And so don't be afraid to do that. Next, you have this Time to Collaborate card. As I just said to like 3 signs, that right now, to me, it is an amazing time to collaborate. It is an amazing time to develop relationships with people. It is an amazing time to do all those things. So anything you can do to work on a team with other people would be very beneficial. You have the Page of Swords, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. I get a very controlling energy on this Emperor. I feel very controlled. I feel like I can't make decisions. I feel like my decisions are being made for me, even though I am making my own decisions. What the hell does that mean, Virgo? What that means is it's like sometimes, even if we're like 30 years old, I feel like we maybe allow our parents to still make decisions for us. Maybe they don't even do it without, by doing it, but maybe we, live too close to our parents and we still allow that, we kind of have them in the back of our mind when we make a decision. It doesn't even have to be parents. It could be society. It could be people that are around you. And I kind of get that. That's what I'm getting here. Is I feel like some decisions that you wanted to make have been dictated by the people around you, or maybe by your perception. It doesn't even really have to be the people around you. Sometimes I think we make decisions because we think people are going to see it a certain way, or they're going to perceive our decisions for our life a certain way. And I kind of feel that what you're releasing here, I feel like that's what you're releasing. You're releasing the need to kind of, prove anything to anyone else or to allow other people to live your life. Page of Swords is childlike energy. I feel pretty good about this Page of Swords. Children don't care what other people think for the most part, right? Children just do whatever the hell they want, and they maybe they suffer consequences, but they're willing to explore. They're willing to see different ways of doing things. And I feel this is going to lead to a turnaround, success, abundance, good luck, you know, a change in your fortunes with this Wheel of Fortune. So I love that. There, pretty much for everyone, there's this week in particular, there has been a lot of this like change in the fortunes type of energy. So clearly this is like a positive collective energy. Again, I feel like things have gotten a little rocky, right? And so part of me wonders if the retrograde is giving us a break, you know, bringing us back to when things were just a little bit better. Are things going to be perfect? No, but, you know, probably a little bit better. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups. Get out of your head. I feel like you need to realize that every situation is different, you know? It's like, you know, I always joke about how people leave me comments about how they're never going to have love again because of like one person that hurt them. And, you know, it's a joke, but at the same time, I always say that it's like, again, not every single situation is different. You know, every single situation that we enter into is different, or it can be different. You know, in love in particular, I think that we're all guilty of, you know, just picking the same type of person, right? If we're being honest with ourselves. And that's why, you know, we keep getting hurt or whatever, right? So we need to kind of look at ourselves to change that. But I kind of feel like you need to realize that if you're doing something again, especially like working towards a goal, wish, or dream, then it's probably going to be different this time. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. I don't know. I feel this for a lot of people right now. Virgo. What I would say is that if we're doing something, like if we're thinking about starting something new, it is going to be a lot of work, right? And I don't know, I just feel like that's what the Ten of Wands is saying, is that there are going to be a lot of responsibilities. But you have this ant spirit, which says delegate, you know, basically. It says time to collaborate. So I feel like that's saying that there are people, places, and things that can pick up the weight for you. There are things that can make your life easier. So make sure that you build those systems into whatever you're doing. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. Something's definitely coming to an end here. You know, I feel like it's something from the past, probably this controlling situation. For some of you, I definitely feel like it's a person. For others, I feel just could be like a job, basically. With the Devil, you have the Ten of Pentacles. There you go. 3 tens. Crazy. I just did another reading with 3 tens, so that's pretty interesting. Multiple tens, like completion energy, ending a cycle, ending something that's been difficult. But Ten of Pentacles, a lot of success and abundance coming in for you. With the Seven of Swords, are you kidding me? You have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty. I love the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles together. Ten of Pentacles is already my card of like everything you want in life. It is the tree of life. It represents basically everything that you could potentially, you know, want to have in your life. And the Ten of Cups really takes it to the next level. It's like the, you know, icing on the cake. So I feel like there's a lot of good stuff coming in for you. With the High Priestess, you have the Queen of Wands again. I feel like you need to be bold, assertive, like I said, really go for the things that you desire to have. This has been pretty good. Again, I would say this is like a turnaround type of reading where things are improving, you know, through, it's kind of like your fortunes are changing, basically, is what I'm trying to say, but for the better, especially if you've been experiencing a lot of disappointments. With the Page of Swords, you have the Empress. Love it. You have the Emperor and the Empress. This could be like a divine counterpart coming in for you. Super couple vibes, whatever you want to call it. Who cares, right? But the Empress and the Emperor could be like a super couple. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. If you're not looking for love, I always say the Emperor and the Empress is just kind of like the energies aligning, or you kind of being a good combination of all the energy that exists. This allows you to create more abundance. It's kind of like saying you're in alignment. With the Emperor, you have the Four Swords. Kind of like finally, I feel like saying finally a break. It's like you're finally getting to take a break. You know, you're finally being able to take a breather from whatever it is that you've been experiencing. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Love it. Big opportunity coming in for you. I'm pretty sure multiple people have ended with the Ace of Pentacles, which is interesting. The Ace of Pentacles is like a new opportunity that could be coming in for you. I don't really, if I'm being honest, I'm going to pull some extra cards right now for the new opportunity, but just intuitively, I don't think this is a new opportunity. I feel like it's an upgraded opportunity, you know, which I feel like I've said to you about 1,000,000 times over the past 6 months. I feel that you could be taking something that you've wanted for a long time and you're upgrading it. So it's not really like a new opportunity. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. You have the Knight of Cups. Could be a knight in shining armor, but the Knight of Cups is your dream, you know? So for a lot of you, I feel like you're kind of like upgrading a dream. Middle row, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the past like 3 readings I've said to you, take a risk. Queen of Wands twice, Five of Swords. I feel there's the risk that you could be taking is putting yourself out there. Again, just cheating a little bit, looking at the astrology. I think the risk that everybody could be taking right now is the risk of exposure, the risk of making a wrong decision and people seeing you make a wrong decision, basically. And that's what I mean by the risk of exposure. So I feel like we kind of need to, get over the risk of exposure, just deal with it, right? Middle row here, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups says you get what you think about. So your thoughts are going to be very important. Seven of Cups says you're spoiled for choice as well. But you have 4 tens. How crazy is this? 4 tens, and you have all 4 sevens as well. Very interesting. But I kind of like this for you, Virgo. I feel like things are turning around for you, so I like that. But anyway, thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.